Dejo
Okay,
la cámara o la puedes activar.
la puedes activar. Okay, let's begin with the first class. Thank you very much for joining the session on time. It is a pleasure to have you here, Omar. How are you today? Good.
Oh, I'm excellent. Thank you for asking, and I'm ready.
Okay, nice, nice. Glad that you are here. This is the course ICT in ELT. That means the way we're going to use information and communication technologies in our classrooms, in the classes we are going to have with our students in the future. Omar, have you been working as a teacher, or have you ever worked as a teacher?
Yes, indeed. Actually, I've been working for several years in all English levels, right?
Okay, nice, excellent, and great that you're willing and eager to participate in these classes. And the idea is to learn from each other. We're going to have the possibility to explore the digital tools that you have been using. I'm pretty sure that you have been using digital tools in your classes, and this is going to be a win-win situation. You're going to learn maybe some about some digital tools we're going to use here, and you can help us. You can share with us, with your classmates, with us, all the possibilities, all the alternatives you have in your classes, and this is going to be really helpful for everybody around. Okay, so let me share the screen. Before starting, I'm going to show you, okay, this is the topic one, an introduction to the ICT in the classroom, to the use of ICT in classroom. And the first class, we're going to have this, the first session, session one. Today is February 25th. And in today's session, we're going to have the following objectives. First, we're going to analyze the importance of using ICT in English language teaching. And second, we're going to identify the use of different digital tools. We're going to have a lot of interaction here, and since we have a class that is intended to provide teachers with a lot of possibilities to use technology in the classroom, we're going to explore some of them in this class. For example, right now I'm using Blog de Notas. The Blog de Notas is a great tool. It's like an LMS integrated into Teams. I'm going to explain a little bit later what you can do there. You can have a library with all the topics organized. And since we are teaching this class through Teams, you're going to have the possibility to use the blog de notas de clase if you want to explore the material, the videos, all we are going to have here as resources for the class. You can find them right here on this navigation icon. I'm going to change this title. So you're going to see welcome, and you're going to see that you have to click on the navigation icon to see the contents. Okay. So
Yes, perfect.
I'm going to explain during this class how to use it. It's going to be really simple. The idea is that all the tools you use with your students have to be really user friendly, have to be really intuitive. You don't have to spend like 2 hours or 3 hours explaining something because it's going to seem really complicated for them. Instead, you have to be able to, okay, we're in class, we're going to use this, just click on here and do this. And this is one really good feature that you should take into account for all your classes. So here, if you want to find the material, you can find the topics organized in different sections, and you're going to find in each topic the all the units with the sessions one by one and the material here. You can also open the blog de notas. You can use it as a web page, or if you download the desktop application, you're going to have more features. You're going to have a wider range of possibilities to explore this tool. So I'm using right now the desktop app. And in this session, we're going to have in the agenda, according to the agenda, we're going to have first a warm up, a diagnosis activity. I mean, previous knowledge about the use of ICT in the classroom. We're going to have a short presentation about ICT in the classroom, and we're going about the use of these digital tools, and we're going to have a practice in a collaborative activity. So, without further ado, let's begin. Right now, I have here one link that I'm going to share with you. So do you have this link? I'm going to send it through the chat. The transcript is also going to be available at the end of the session. You can download and watch the recording, and you can have access to all the subtitles, the transcript of this conversation. So can you please click on, okay, join. Let's start. No more participants. We just have one participant. Omar, have you ever used quizzes? This application for doing some diagnosis activities, quizzes with your students?
Yeah. Yes.
And
Actually, I've worked several times with this application, which I find quite didactic and easy to use.
nice. And which strategy do you prefer? Do you prefer to use it at your own pace, or for your students to do it at once? For example, here I'm going to click on start, and I have the control on what questions you see.
Uh, I consider that it's better for them to do it in their own pace, right?
Uh-huh.
Although you
Okay,
have
nice.
to establish some limits in terms of
Mm-hmm.
time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But according to their pace.
Okay, nice. Yes, sometimes I use it just for them to do it autonomously. And sometimes I try to explain some of the questions, like a kind of a presentation, an interactive presentation with them. So let's begin. Let's see. We have here the first question, and we're going to have a little discussion about some of the questions here, because we just have 40 minutes or 30 minutes to complete this activity, but it's really nice to have your insight on what you think about these tools. Okay, so let's check out. Let's check out tool. One tool. Which of the following is a video creation tool? So I think it's Audacity is just as for audio. Am I right? I think that,
Yeah, it's
or
for
I don't know.
audio.
It's
I
for
made a
audio. Uh-huh.
mistake, right?
Okay, don't worry. So OBS is for free. Have you ever used OBS Studio?
No, actually, that's the first time I hear
Uh-huh.
about it.
Yes, try to explore it, because sometimes, since we have been having difficulties when trying to record a meeting, a session with Meet, for example, the ones who use Meet. Um, so this is a good alternative. If you don't have the possibility, if maybe the tool you are using doesn't allow you, maybe you're using Zoom for free or Teams for free, and you don't have the possibility to record your screen. So this is a good possibility here. So next question, but very good, very good. No worries, we are going to have another opportunity here. So Audacity is for editing video and audio, I'm sorry, and OBS for editing videos. Which of the following is an audio editing tool? So let's check out. This one is, okay, nice. So this one is, which one? Audacity? Yes. Okay, nice. Have you ever used Audacity, by the way?
Yes, I consider that it's a great tool, and most important is for free.
Hi, it's for free. It has a lot of features for free. Sorry for pressing the next question. But yes, you are right. I mean, try in all your classes to use tools that are for free, tools that are not complicated for your students to use without having to pay. I mean, imagine you as a teacher paying for lots of digital tools. I mean, if you were rich, if we were rich, I mean, we would pay for Kahoot premium, for quizzes premium, for any many great tools that are there, but it's impossible. It's impossible. So that's why it's better to use the freebie versions. Very good. So here, which of the following is not a learning management system? Let's check out. Okay, yes, Google Meet is considered an application for sessions, for recording meetings, for holding meetings. Could be academically or professionally or personally, but these ones are LMS. Okay, we're going to see the difference between an LMS and a recording tool. Okay, a video recording tool. Any questions here? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, for example, Canvas, I thought it was about designing
Yes. I
material.
mean, it's really confusing because one is Canva, okay, for
Ah,
designing
okay. Oh,
leaflets
I see the
or
difference,
designing
right?
billboards. Yes, but
Sure.
Canvas instructor. This is a
That's the
great.
LMS.
Uh, yes, it's an LMS. It's for free, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It works through modules. There are some universities here, for example, the San Buenaventura University used Canvas for a while. I I helped implementing Canvas in different courses when at the beginning of the pandemic they were kind of clueless without any digital tools. They had Moodle for free, but they didn't know how to use it, and it was in a hurry. Like I had trained like uh, 20 teachers in 2 weeks, and I decided to work with them with Canvas. Meanwhile, they hired or they started like a contract with Teams that is much better. I consider Teams much better now. But yes, Canvas is really great LMS. So Canvas, Moodle, MindFlash. I haven't ever used MindFlash. Which one of these have you used in the universities you have worked for, Omar?
Mostly module. Yeah, module.
Uh-huh. Okay. And do you think it's a good web
Yeah, it had good
MS?
features. However,
Mm-hmm.
it's not possible to integrate some applications. For
Mm-hmm.
example, there are you have to buy the license of that application in order to insert or use it inside the model, right?
Uh-huh.
Or at least for a determined number of students. If you have a
Mm-hmm.
large amount of students, it's not
Mm-hmm.
possible.
Yes, I mean it's for big universities, institutions. I mean you can't pay for this for all of the features. Maybe this is a limitation of this one.
Okay.
So let's check out this one. Which of the following is not a synchronous meeting tool?
Synchronous meeting. Google OBS Studio
We
Team.
have Google Meet, GeoMeet, OBS Studio, or Teams. I think it's Teams. I'm sorry
Teams.
for
Okay.
the miss.
So synchronous meeting. It's not a
Uh-huh.
synchronous meeting. OBS Studio, I believe. Yep. That's the one you explained at the beginning. Thanks
Yes, I
for
mean
that
just
tip.
for it's a screencast tool. Okay, so you can record your screen while you're having a conversation or a session there or anything you want to record. So let's check out the fifth one. We're going to do just five, and at the end of the class, we're going to do the next 5 questions, the
Okay.
following 5 questions. So which of the following is an evaluation tool?
I believe it's hot potatoes.
Okay,
'Cause,
let's check out.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
you're right. Have you ever used hot potatoes, by the way?
uh, I. But a long ago,
Mm-hmm,
that used to be one of the uh, main games
mm-hmm.
inside a LMS, right? So those
It is
basic LMS, that's hot potatoes
a
application there.
long time ago. I used it long time ago, but it was really nice. Lots of games like
Yeah,
Hangman, and I remember some of them,
5 years.
puzzles. Uh-huh. Okay, let's finish here. Nice, you did a great job here in this activity. We're going to continue. This is the warm up. I'm going to zoom it in right now. So we have already explored a little bit the warm up, but we're going to have more possibilities later. So this one, I'm going to show you the presentation, a quick presentation made about some topics related to the use of ICT in the classroom. I used Sway for this presentation. Let me show you. Have you ever used Sway, Omar?
N- No, I tried once in one of the jobs I had, but
Uh-huh.
they didn't know how to use it, although they
It's
had the
really simple.
license. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was.
It's really, really simple.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Where did you have this
Yeah,
possibility?
in sorry, high school institution here in
Mhm,
Medellin. They had bought that license, Sway,
mhm,
but nobody, not even the system, the person in charge of that platform, knew
mhm.
how to use it.
Okay, so you know what? It's something, I mean, if you don't want to spend a lot of time like setting up or organizing a PowerPoint presentation and you are like, running out of time, this is really simple. This is really intuitive and this is not going to take a lot. So if you open Sway, I'm going to show you really fast, but look, it's just like create a new one and you add a title. For example, let me check if I have the possibility. If not, we're going to explore it in the next slide. But it's simple. I mean, you just add a title here, my title, and here you're not going to have like slides in a power as in a PowerPoint presentation, but you're going to have sections. For example, my first section could be a heading
Okay.
with text, an image. So this is my first slide. What should I do? This is my section one with 3 elements: heading, text, and video, and audio, and image. I'm sorry. So you can expand here. So your heading is first topic. This is your heading. Your text goes here. Okay, and you can highlight. You can whatever, and the image goes here. You can add an image here, any image you want, and that's it. So agregar, add, and here you have voila your first section without having to worry about organize. I mean, maybe later you can do some kind of editing, little editing, because this is going to be a web page, but you're going to have this web page created in just a second, in 2 ticks. You don't have to worry about, I mean, just little designs here. Maybe if you want to change the font or something like this, you can do this, or you can organize this, edit, and you can move it a little bit around, and you can put some headings. That's it. No more, but it's really simple. It's really user friendly, and you have if you want vertically or horizontally, so you're going to have this possibility. Really simple to use. Just add sections and that's it. But we're like we're beating around the bush. I mean, the idea here in this class is not to explain how to use one particular tool, but the way you can implement them in your classes. And let me show you the importance of ICT in language teaching. Here we're going to have some advantages. Of course, it promotes autonomous learning. Your students are going to be able to confront what they are learning at their own pace. Okay, they are going to have meaningful and dynamic environments if you are using, whether you're using Teams or you're using a digital tool or an LMS like Classcraft. If you want your students to participate, to collaborate with others, if you want them to keep on motivated because they are going to have the possibility to explore some other tools, some other games, on strategies, on how to remember easily. They are going to self-regulate their paces. I mean, with some with your supervision, of course. Uh, you're going to have a lot of different materials. I mean, the students that are visual, kinesthetic, or auditory, they are going to have the possibility to explore a lot of materials that are appealing to their learning styles. And you're going to have the possibility to implement some activities that are going to enhance or to improve their critical thinking and high order thinking and create creativity, of course. And we have digital tools for different purposes. For example, communication tools. We have Teams, we have Meet, we have chats, we have forums, we have lots of different tools that are intended just for communication or primarily for communication. We have learning management systems for organizing, administering, and supporting all your learning processes. We have tools for presentations. You can use Sway, as we saw. We can use Peer Deck. We can use Nearpod. We can use quizzes, the version for slides. We can use lots of tools. We have gamification tools, the same quizzes, Quizalize, Kahoot, a lot of different platforms or websites you can use for gamifying your classes. We have tools just for assessment and evaluation. For as we have social networks like Facebook, Instagram, we could implement these social networks in our classes in order to have better interaction with others inside and outside the school. And we have multimedia material for digital tools or websites could be that could help your students improve their listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills. There are lots of them. ESL, you can have lo.org or many other that we can use. Sorry. So this is these are the tools. There are hundreds, there are thousands, I would say, or tens of thousands of digital tools that you can use. Okay, and here for remember the recommendations for implementing ICT in the classroom. Here they have to be interactive, dynamic, reliable. I mean, make sure that you're not going to find anything nasty there or something dangerous for your students. It has to be centered in the student in their learning process, okay, where they have to produce, they have to create, they have to interact, they have to socialize, they have to speak up their minds, they have to be accessible. It's not really okay, no teacher, I can't because I have a tablet and it just works well in computers or laptops. So it's going to be an inconvenience. Try to make sure that it's accessible in different places from different uh, 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 laptops or different devices. It has to be contextualized, okay, to their context, to their environment, and motivating and engaging. So these are the alternatives. These are like the things that we have to take into account in order to um, use digital tools in the classroom. To finish with, we're going to have one activity. Do you have any questions up until now, Omar?
Well, regarding that autonomous part, I consider that LMS platforms
Mhm,
foster that kind of autonomy in the
mhm.
students. Thank you.
Yes, you're right. And it gives you the possibility to interact with them and to help them with the autonomy and motivation and many other things that are relevant in their learning process. Okay, nice. That's great. Here, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you this link because we're going to collaborate. Teamwork is important. So I'm going to send you this link through the chat. Please click on it. And you're going to help me. complete this table. Okay. For example, if you remember some LMS, you can put here the name or even the image. If you click on insertar imagen desde origen de línea or from a browser, they use Bing. I mean, nobody uses Bing, but just Microsoft. So you can say, for example, Teams, Microsoft, and you can put the image right here, and you can add an image. Okay, so you can add an image. You can type the name if you want. If you remember some tools for gamification and assessment or developing English skills, if you remember one good web page that you consider, you can place the link here if you want, or type it, just type it. For example, I remember one that is really nice for, and you can put here the purpose, okay, for practicing with conversations, practicing listening with conversations, okay. So this is one tool that I recommend. Can you modify this table? Can you do it, Omar?
Sorry, can I make modifications at tool 2 or tool 1, the column?
Wherever you
Whatever?
want. Okay.
Okay, let
Yes,
me
you can
check.
put, for example, I already used this cell, so you can use any cell you want. Okay,
Okay,
any
good.
cell in any place.
Let me
You can
insert the
also
picture. Oops, sorry.
uh-huh, you
I
can also
already,
add your audio. For example, you can click on insertar audio, and you can even add your voice here. For example, I
I
have
think,
used ESL-lab for practicing listening with my students.
I
But
add a picture, but I think I didn't insert it correctly. So I'm choosing
try. Okay, look, you're adding an image here. Nice, Teams, very good. So
let me,
that's great. That's great. Oh my God, what an ugly image here.
yeah, but I already erased it.
Okay,
I'm picking a
so
different
okay, so you got my worst angle here. Okay, so what else? For example, tools for gamification. Do you remember? Or for developing English skill like speaking, reading.
Yeah, let me add, let's see. Um, Gamification. I think quizzes it could be, right?
Very good. So you can type
Quizzes.
it there.
Mhm.
You can.
Kahoot is a good one, although you have to use your cell phone separately,
Mhm.
but it's a good one as well.
Yes.
Uh, Educa Play, I recommend Educa Play.
Uh-huh.
It's a good platform. Let's see.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Very good.
those are the ones I use the most.
Okay, excellent. Could you
More.
type here? Could you type here? Okay, sometimes
It
it's
takes a while.
necessary. It takes a while, yes, because since I told you at the beginning, we can use Bloc de Notas on a web page or as a desktop app or
Okay.
inside Teams. So it's going to take a little bit longer to see the modifications on the desktop app. But look that we are here. We see, you can see here what you wrote. Okay. I think
Okay.
it's with Z here at the end with Z. Kahoot, Educa Play, very good. So here you have really nice tools. And what I love about this, for example, Blog de Nota, is that you can all this what students do. You have all your students here, and you can see all of their process, all of their creation right away. I mean, you don't have to wait for them to send you something, but you're going to see all the changes immediately. So
Oh,
that's great. That's great. And for example, here you can also add you can also click on dictate, and you can add another tool if you want. Let's see. No, it's not working.
Oh, let me
Okay.
see if it works.
Yes, here it, for example, here, let me show you. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to use the desktop app. So you can say one good digital tool for you to gamify your classes could be Quizalize. So Quizalize is another great tool. Quizalize. It's called Quizalize. Okay, we're going to explore it during the sessions. We're going to have
Okay,
some classes intended to explore some of the LMS that are more common, Canvas.
let me
We can,
try on tool 3. I would like to try it. Oh,
sure,
look,
go ahead.
it's it's typing what I am saying
Uh-huh.
right now on tool 3 using the
Yes,
dictation tool. Oh, that's excellent.
yeah, that's great. I mean, you're going to save time if you are like showing a PowerPoint presentation and you want to add some notes on a side of a slide, you can do it. So here it's a great
Okay.
tool, and your students can do the same. Your students can do the same. They can click on dictate, and they are going to practice their pronunciation. Even they can use, if you go to Vista Lector Inmersivo, they can use, I don't know why it's not available now, but if you click on Lector Inmersivo, don't worry about this, mostrar conflictos. It always happens with this tool, but it works perfectly. The only failure is this text.
Yeah, yeah, you
Campus.
have to speak with good pronunciation and pause.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, and modulate, and but it's a great tool for you as a teacher and for the students to practice their pronunciation. Even um, you can use the translation tools here. You can translate whatever you want, and it's going to show you the translation of what you already said. Okay, so here. So that's nice. We're going to explore all of this. We're going to explore all of these tools. We're finishing now. We have just 40 minutes, okay, for this class. And in the next class, I'm going to assign you a little activity here. If you notice below Biblioteca de Contenido, right here we have a section with a group of sections where you're going to find the activities that I'm going to assign you. For example, right now, I'm going to assign one activity for you to practice with, okay? And for the next class, you're going to do this activity. Activity 1, I'm going to send you this activity to your folder with in your section, and you're going to have the possibility to modify it. Remember that on Biblioteca de Contenido, you can't modify anything because it's a library and you're not supposed to write to doodle on a book that is, or any material that is in a library. But here, you're going to have this activity in your quizzes and classwork section, and you're going to have the possibility to type here. Remember to type your answers right here, and this is going to be saved immediately. And here you can place your recording. How are you going to record? Just click on Insertar Audio, and you start recording. And at the end, just click on Detener, and your audio is going to be placed here, and you can listen to it just by clicking on this little icon here. Okay. Is it clear, the instruction? Are they clear?
Yes, they are clear. Thank you.
Okay, Omar, do you have any questions? Do you have any doubts about the activity we did today or about the topic?
Well, no. The idea is to keep exploring this excellent tool, Teams application of Microsoft, and see what we can do with our students as well. Because I can see that we can design gaming, for example,
Mm-hmm,
gaming activities, and yeah, it's a
mm-hmm.
great.
Excellent. Okay, nice. So we're going to discuss your answers. I'm going to give you some feedback, and we're going to learn a lot in this class. I hope that you can learn a lot, and I can learn from you as well. Thank you very much. We're going to stop the recording of this session, and you can find it on the publications section on Teams. It was great to have you here. See you next class. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Juan Camilo, for this
You're welcome.
insight. Bye
Okay,
bye.
you're welcome. Thank you for showing up.